This story is quite long and it's not really pleasant, but this is what I went through. So my father remarried with that woman which I mentioned, Nina. She was a doctor. So me and my sister, we moved into the city because my mom was taken to the prison because of her so-called crime, which she did. So now my father is raising me and my sister up with that woman. Now that woman had a child from my father. So now we are three in the house. But one thing what I remember, that this woman always hated me. I was always afraid to be around her. And I would prefer to be outside than inside, as long as I can prolong my time not to be around her, because I knew I am not pleasing to her. Not only that she hated me in the spirit, but she hated me showing her with her words, and she was beating me very often. Anything wrong I would do as a child, I would be violently beaten up. Um, Shortly after some events, we moved to Republic of Moldova, and we moved in a village called Miklești. And not far from Miklești is a very big community called Peresecina. And the capital wasn't very far away, it was about 30 kilometers, but I lived in that village, and they took me to the school in that village. And only one thing I remember, then I would come home from school, and I would do the homeworks. And when I would do the homeworks, my mom was very violent towards me. She would beat me with her hands. She would take my head and beat me on the table. She will take a bunch of spoons and she will just slap my hand with, because of to put fear in me. And I remember, if she would ask me how much is 2 plus 2, I would know. I would be scared in that moment. And all the time I was in fear. And I remember I would come from school and I would go very long route around some places of the house just to come later into the house. So try to prolong. One situation, she sent me to the shop. And when I came very dirty, because it was a lot of dirt outside after big rain. And she put me to wash my shoes and everyone's shoes in extremely cold water. I don't know why I remember that moment. I just don't remember saying myself anything, but kind of I feel my feelings. Is there anything better? Is there anyone to love me? And regularly I was treated very bad. My father was working in a city. He didn't know how she's treating me. I was taught to be very secretive, and in communist mind, you don't complain. That shows strength. So I never complained. I wanted to be a strong boy and impress my father. But my father found out that she is actually beating me very regularly, and that resulted in a very violent situation in the house. He began to be violent towards her. He began to beat her. And until one time she was so beaten up that she was literally black in all over her body. He was so angry that he cannot control his anger. But that didn't help situation. That just infuriated all the situation. And some our relatives tried my stepmom Nina to escape, and so she took her daughter and she left Russia. So it was just me and my father. I will tell you the story about the sister, what happened. And in that environment of panicking, I saw again God, how He saved me from this situation. That this situation, which was ongoing and seems to be never will stop, will stop. The worst problem is that why was so violent too, because she was drinking. She was drinking so much that she will buy perfume like cheap ones, and she would drink that. She would know what kind of medicines have drugs in it because she was a doctor, and she would consume. I remember I found a lot of jars behind the house in a place thrown away there. There were lots of them. So the state into which she got, it was very bad. And the state to which my father got, it was very bad. But I thank God for prayers, because I know my grandma prayed, and I had that feeling of her prayer even now. And I believe someone is praying for you. I believe and I pray for you that the Lord will strengthen you, that the Lord uplift you. Don't believe that there is no end through what you go through. Don't allow yourself to say that that's it. There is God who watching, and if you hear this testimony, please cry to him and say, God the Father and the Lord Jesus Christ, I turn to you. Give me protection and strengthen me. You know, he strengthened and protected me, and he will strengthen and protect you. Be blessed.